Anyway, because I mean, personally, I'm just a man in this land of broken hearts, trying to understand why so many lives are torn apart by girls. Now listen, I speak the truth. And you can say it's spoken harsh, but I've known too many women in this ocean full of sharks that are, well, like remoras latching on to catch a ride, to manipulate your mind and leave you teary-eyed inside. Now, they're sweet to seek your favor, adding flavor to the lives, but I've got no time for Jezebels in heavenly disguise. No time for compromise. See, I finally realized, I found that I'm complete when I find my worth in Christ. See, I don't need a girl to define the man within me. I found my life in Christ, so I die to stand with Him. But in this life, I know I don't have to stand alone, but I can share my love of Christ with a family of my own, because by design, my heart, it seeks a future bride. So with the blessing of my Lord, I'll sing this to my future wife, because this goes out to my future beloved. Saving all the love, and when I say I won't delay the daily pray for you, I was made for you, that's why I wait for you. See, I'm sick of butterflies in my stomach fluttering. They got me turning nothing into something. Now I'm wondering, could she possibly be the lady I should be patiently? On bended knee, just praying to the King. Just waiting for the truth to set me free from my prison of emotion. It's like a raft in the ocean. I toss like the chaff of the wind. As I'm driven by my need to not be single yet, I'll fight the urge to mingle. Because I know my God and He's sovereign. And so to honor Him, I'll wait for Him to lead me to a daughter of the King who in her heart will truly see as a man and fall in love with who I am in my heart because of Christ. So on His word we can stand hand in hand, forever trusting in His plan, forever trusting that He'll lead us till we reach the promised land and raise a family aimed at praising Christ. So I'll thank Him for my best friend whom I'll one day call my wife, because this goes out to my future beloved. Wonderful. I'm saving all my love, and when I say I won't delay the day we pray for you, I was made for you, that's why I wait for you. So listen, this goes out to my future miss. So I'll resist the temptress and even save my future kiss. I'll only use these lips to praise my King and pray and wait for the day when I can finally sing, I do. Anybody, unless you're in this room, you are the most beautiful lady I've not seen. I'm telling you, our marriage is going to be the stuff that you read about 1,000 years from now. Here's why: because the Lord will be the foundation of our marriage. Passion is not a bad thing. Passion is a beautiful thing. Which leads me to my next piece for all of you hip-hop, musical, radio lovers. This is an oldie but a goodie, since there's some new people here. This is for you. This is an honor. Be nice. So I'm going to use music as a metaphor. Please listen to the truth. Because if I'm speaking the truth of God, the only thing that matters is that we conform our lives to that truth. So you see, I would stop and pay attention, but I can't afford your nonsense. Plus, I'm afraid that I would drown in the shallowness of your mock depths. Plus, my hops will sweat your hips till I watch as your hotness slips. And rock bottom is the honor you get for the crap you spit. Well, here's a bit. And I pray that you use it well, because William tells me that the spirits you shake were on clearance cells, straight from hell. See, I'm sick of the feudal fiction that's working like sickle cell to the kids that are forced to listen. Because I mean, so many cats today are screaming, this is why you're hot. But listen, if you can't convince yourself, it's safe to say you're probably not. I mean, whatever happened to rappers being poets? And the art of language being a part of the flow? It's so pathetic now, it makes me want to throw fits, but instead, yo, I'd just rather expose it. Because I mean, I hear the radio and think, how they let this crap in? I mean, really, most CDs aren't even worth the plastic that they're wrapped in. And so many kids today are looking for the hottest flows, but gotta know that God's sun will shine bright in the soul despite the copper tone. And UVA ray protection on the light from every weak DJ who's spinning plates rejecting Christ, is the effect that comes direct from sway regurgitating lines will directly sway your current state of mind. Because if I was you, I'd tune and quickly turn the volume off till Jesus' truths rebuke the truth. Because He sees the hips you hop. Because the day that God returns will be the day the folly stops to rock the game so hard, the little Wayne will choke his lollipop. industry, the philosophy's all been, Christ don't clean the verse, but we're stuck on 50 cents. Well, listen, pocket change ain't paying the wages of sin that slowly killing men like choking on M&M's now. Don't get me wrong, because the world needs to be saved. We all need a doctor, but please don't call Dre. Because the aftermath of dealing with God's wrath is the simple fact He left us an outcast. Now listen, if we want to be with God, we want to stay cool, then let's follow His commandments and don't listen to Ja Rule. And stop listening to young fools flapping their jaws 1,000 words a minute. They were running on nine. See, I'm sticking with Christ because He speaks the truth, and I guarantee He's walked more than 8 miles in His shoes. And I'm covered by His blood. That's how I'm justified, and serves as the only reason I came to bust the rhyme. Christ is coming back soon, and His judgment's going to drop so cold that every rough rider will have to close that shop. You see, you can refuse the truths of God and rebuke Christ's lessons and fall into destruction following man's methods. Which seems ludicrous to me in front of God's agenda, because I promise not even hell can pull us out of sense of dilemma. But we keep playing the same old games, taking the name of the Lord in vain, but not even above the sparks that hold a candle to hell's flames. You see, the judgment of God is coming with more heat than a comet, and yes, the proverb is true that even Snoop Dogg's return to the home vomit. And yet the whole industry is suffering from black lies, so even Diddy's got peas suffering from black eyes. It's from the window to the wall. There will come a day when every knee is going to fall and bow down to the King of Kings, the Prince of Peace, for whom I sing, because I'm freaking sick and tired of conscious rappers, teachers, and preachers with no conscience. If sins were so common, then why most of it nonsense? For the truth, they're real quick to diss me, yet I'll more than double the wisdom and sense of it. Now with misleading lyrics, they're betraying our kids. We traded in the truth for lies, and with the jaded kiss. So while I'm hated by the players for the statements I made, full of joy and anointing, Lord, I'll take my faith to the bank. See, the truth will flip the script on Lil Jon and his friends on the east side of town, rolling around in the Benz with the iced out rims that continue to spin, continue to spin, continue to spin. But listen, if they sold it all today, it couldn't, wouldn't, ain't gonna pay for the sins. But listen, then again, me either. See, I'm loyal as man. The only wage that pays our debt would be the blood of the Lamb. We can't stand without the cross. And we're crippled within, but still we lean back, slide right back into sin. So what makes us think we're good when we've offended God's Son? No need for 99 cents. Jay-Z's a heathen for one. To the kingdom to come. But listen, so am I. And deception flies in the face of the law that it's okay to compromise and it's just a hit line. Tell Tyler Lee that west of Kanye, I speak this truth to the lost. Now hear me. God forgives the sins of men because Jesus walked to the cross.